Hey, welcome back to the Donzo and Deez show. We are coming at you right here on YouTube. Also recording for Cities 92.9, the news and talk of Livingston Normal. And we are going to fire that one now. We're going to fire
This
him.
is the Donzo and Deez show.
In my earpiece.
I'm Donzo,
I'm Deez.
and what a week we've had. What do you think, Deez?
Yeah, this is wild. And let's just preface this by saying that we are attempting, anyway, to also film our first YouTube video. The entire show will not go up on YouTube. We're going to probably pick and choose some segments. I don't even know if this segment's going to go. Yeah, I think the big news of the week so far, and again, this is being recorded on Thursday, but yesterday, being Wednesday, was the big Ron DeSantis Twitter space campaign announcement. I was lucky enough to join our man Kevin Ferris. Check out his YouTube. He's also on Cities 92. Speechless with Kevin Ferris. David Paul Blumenshine was there with us. We had a little round table. And we got to, I loosely say the word watch this happen because it wasn't really much of a watch at all. And it honestly was kind of a disaster. The thing crashed several times. At one point, there were 670,000 people trying to get into this thing. They couldn't get it going. It ended up being delayed, I want to say, close to 20 minutes or so. And when they finally did get it going, they quickly got into it before the thing repopulated. So it was really interesting. And while we were basically waiting on them to get it right, Trump was already hammering things out on Truth Social, including his first video where he basically said that he made Ron DeSantis. I don't know if you got a chance to watch it or not, but it was a pretty big kill shot, if you know what I mean.
So the DeSantis thing can be likened almost to what Joe Biden did when he was running for president.
Yeah,
Where he had that basement thing, and it looked like it was put on by a couple of middle schoolers, and it's glitching out, and he's doing the old Max Headroom thing. I should have had one of those Max Headroom bits brought up.
Yeah, but it was even worse because there was no video. It was Twitter Spaces is the best way I can compare it is it's a conference call that has nothing to do with your department. You have to sit through it anyway.
In response to that, this is Fox News headline right now. Twitter erupts after Trump trolls DeSantis with AI-generated video of his 2024 announcement.
I did not see this particular video, but it sounds like it's pretty good.
I'm going to try to pull it up for you, Deez. I don't think we can get it right now. Former President Donald Trump drew a big social media reaction Wednesday night by launching a parody of Florida Governor Ron DeSantis' 2024 presidential announcement on Twitter. Trump's team put up what appeared to be an AI-generated deepfake video of the event that replicated DeSantis' voice as well as that of Elon Musk, who spoke alongside the governor on Twitter. Trump's parody event included 6 other fake guests: billionaire Democratic donor George Soros, World Economic Forum chair Klaus Schwab, former Vice President Dick Cheney, Adolf Hitler, the devil, and the FBI. The characters are heard talking over each other, as well as DeSantis, whose parodied irate voice can be heard saying, "Will you please shut up already? I'm running for effing president, you guys." So, look, dude, you can't outfox the fox. As soon as anybody comes out with anything, they know Trump's going to go after him. And if you look at this, it's almost believable what Trump, I think he said they've done like 10,000 barrels of beer or something. So they're actually going for it. So I'm going to wait. That's a lot for a 6-pack. But excuse me, speaking of beer. Right?
Yeah.
I hit the label.
Good Saturday morning.
Good Saturday morning from the Donzo and Deez show. But speaking of beer, there's a lot of people demanding this. in their cities. There's a lot of people demanding this at their local bars, at their local restaurants. They're not drinking Bud Light, so they're trying to fill those orders as well. So I don't care when I get my Conservative Dad's Ultra Right beer, as long as they're getting the orders for it. They said the first states they're going to begin shipping to is Georgia and Florida. Okay, which makes sense. All right, because Florida is not conservative at all. But they're going to begin shipping there first. And he assured in the email that the price is going to come down once they start getting production up and they meet the initial orders. So I think there may be a contender here. Deez, what do you think? I mean, there's a lot of orders going out.
Yeah, it sounds like they definitely need to invest in a larger scale production.
Right. And from the email, it says they are. It actually says they
that's
are.
good.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm going to support them. I mean, God bless them. They're going out here and doing this.
Yeah, I
They
didn't
are
hear that part because I fell asleep because the thing was so long.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The listeners didn't fall asleep, except for the ones on heroin. They probably nodded off a little bit, just like these back there. Why do you think he wears his sunglasses, folks? I mean, come on, give me a break.
My future's so bright, I gotta wear shades.
That was what was that? Timbuk 3.
Yes.
That was the old Timbuk 3 song from the 80s. My future's so bright. If you ever heard that, you know what it's actually about? Deez, tell them.
I don't know.
It's about nuclear war.
Oh, did not
Yeah.
know that.
Future's so bright, I gotta wear shades. An old Timbuk 3 song. So anyway, getting off that ML Donzo,
I'm Deez.
and I am basking in the nice pink glow of the on-air sign that my good friend Nicole gave me for the studio. I got something I want to touch on real quick. Actually, it's not going to be quick. This is going to be a bit of a run-on thing, and I don't care because I hear a lot of people talking about California. I got a good friend of mine that wants to move to California. That's where her family's at. And it's kind of hard sometimes because she's not very politically inept. She doesn't follow politics. She doesn't know about the stuff going on. So I dedicate this little segment to her. This is the absurdity of what's going on in California. Now, I've said this before. You take I would say the bulk of the Democrats or the liberals that are voting right now, they have no idea what they're actually voting for. They have none. They don't educate themselves. Callie, yeah, that's right. They have.
You
You
almost
almost
said
got me. You almost got me. But they have no idea really what they're voting for, how that impacts their lives. I'm going to give an example. Let's start out with. Oh, this is a good one to start out with, and we'll build up to it. California ban on gas appliances start with January 1st, all electric rule. What this is pretty much saying is by January 1st of, let's see here, 2023, new homes and buildings that are constructed after that date will have to have electric supply panels and circuitry to support all electric appliances and heating under a building code update approved 2 years ago by the California Energy Commission. The new building code doesn't ban the sale of natural gas appliances outright. That will come in the year 2030. And a mandate from the California Air Resources Board that is designed to lower the carbonization of structures and improve indoor air quality. Real quick, Deez, I want your take on this. They're getting rid of gas stoves, which the liberals said that we were wearing tinfoil hats. Oh, they didn't want to get rid of the gas stoves. You guys are just nuts. You guys are just paranoid. Deez, what do you think about that?
I wouldn't move to California on that fact alone. I used to have an electric stove.
And they suck.
They're horrible. Absolutely horrible. I love to cook. And I mean, I'm sure some of the new super high-tech ones are okay. But to me, it's just really hard to regulate the temperature on them. I think it's just absolutely asinine that they're doing this.
So
natural gas, what the hell's wrong with natural gas?
or LP. There's nothing wrong with. Well, because they got to frack for natural gas, and when they use natural gas, they can't put off emissions. It's clean burning. Okay, what they're doing is making it more expensive. And this is leading up to something. A lot of people don't know about this. A lot of people that vote for Gavin Newsom or vote for liberals in general or want to go out to a nice California and live the rest of their life there don't know this. Not to mention the fact, if you move to San Diego or Los Angeles and you want to pay under $500,000 for a place to live, you're getting a trailer. Okay? Not to mention the tax rate out there. So let's go to this next story. This is from California.gov, California Air Resources Board. Here's another one they're trying to do. California moves to accelerate to 100% new zero-emission vehicle sales by 2035. This is coming out of Sacramento. The California Air Resources Board today approved the trailblazing Advanced Clean Cars rule that sets California on a path to rapidly growing the zero-emission car, pickup truck, and SUV market and deliver cleaner air and massive reductions in climate warming pollution. Okay. Electric vehicles. You got to pay a lot of money to charge those. They don't run very good. They don't have a lot of horsepower to them. They break down in cold weather. The batteries get depleted. The batteries can cost $20,000 to replace.
Yeah, I was just going to say you're going to have to sell a child in order to be able to replace your battery.
What they're saying is by 2035, you can have a gasoline-powered vehicle. That's okay. You can have it, but you can't sell it within California. You can't buy another one. I don't even think you can bring one into the state. It's got to be all electric. Think about this. You have to charge an electric vehicle in the average home in the garage for like 12 hours to get it to a full charge, Deez?
On some, yeah.
On some.
I would like to think that by this 2035 that they're shooting for, the technology will be a little bit better, but
how are they going to power that electric?
Well, I was just going to say that wasn't California the one that had the most problems as far as overloading their grid?
And I'm getting to that, but what fuel are they going to burn?
Oh, yeah, for the electricity, yeah.
This is a hoodwink. A lot of people aren't aware of this because they don't follow the news. And that's really what pisses me off about this. All right, let's go to the next one. We were just talking about this. Why California has blackouts. So look at the power grid. First of all, the power grid's antiquated. It's older than dirt. They don't take care of it. Okay? It causes fires. They short out. They don't take care of the brush and do their conservation like they should. That's what causes a lot of these fires out here is this old electric grid. So the grid can't handle, as it is now, not having everybody 100% electric. How's it going to do that? It's going to cripple everybody. They're not going to be able to drive. They're not going to be able to heat their homes. They're not going to be able to cook their food efficiently. They're going to have blackout times during the day. This is going to happen, which means everything, because supply and demand, the costs are going to skyrocket. Okay? Now, when we talk about what's going on in California, people are going, why do they want to do this to us? Why would anybody want to make people broke? I'll tell you why. California hates the middle class. They don't want anybody middle class out there. They want two tiers of people. Broken homeless because they can control them. And then the Hollywood elite, the Silicon Valley guys, the Hollywood actors, they don't give a damn how much it costs to heat their home. They don't give a damn because they got all this money. They want to break it down into two classes. If you're in the middle class, California doesn't want you. Okay? This is a conspiracy. They don't want you. That's why. They're Marxists. They believe in the upper class and the lower class. Anybody in between, screw them. There's no other explanation for why we're seeing this. Same thing in Illinois. Illinois starting this. Chicago. How much is an apartment in Chicago?
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. You almost can't afford it.
My niece just literally moved up there last weekend, and she's got two roommates, and it's a decent place. It's nothing super fancy. It's on the north side, but they are paying, I believe it's either 12 or 1400 per person a month.
Out in California, I think it's San Diego, you're $3,000 a month for an apartment out there. For a little apartment.
Yeah, that's like a studio.
Now, a lot of the people who go out to California go out there for education, or they go out there to do stuff. These are the same people that don't know about California and want to go live out there and be house broke. And by house broke, I mean they can't afford to eat because they're paying for their house. The property taxes on these properties are like $30,000-$40,000 a year. They got to move all these people in with them and live in cramped conditions just to be able to afford a place to hang their head. All right? I'm telling you right now, as sure as I'm sitting here in front of this damn microphone, this is by design. The same people that are doing that are the same people that go out and go into $150,000, $200,000 in student loan debt for a degree that'll only pay them $90,000 or $100,000 a year.
That they'll never pay back.
That they'll never pay back. The system's rigged against them. Okay? If any of these liberals are promoting something, take for example college. The colleges are now subsidized by the government. Okay, specifically the liberals. You got to have an education. You got to have a bachelor's degree. There's a reason for that. They want you to be indebted to them. They want you to be weak. They want you to be broken down. And once they get you to the homeless phase, boy, that's when they've knocked it right out of the park, because they got you by the short and curlies, and there's nothing you can do about it at that point. Why do you think they want to give away $300 a month in not in reparations, just in assistance to homeless people?